was about drug trafficking, then why did President Trump just pardon the former president of Honduras, who was convicted of sending hundreds of tons of drugs into the United States?
You have the former president of Honduras who was tried and convicted in American court. And he was convicted in part for importing 400 tons of illegal drugs into the United States. And this president, President Trump, who claims that we are fighting narco-terrorists, pardoned him, gave him a full and complete unconditional pardon. So no, it isn't about narco-terrorists. It isn't about trying to make Americans safe from illegal drugs.
All right, guys, this is truly so pathetic watching everything that Republicans once stood for literally just roll back, because now here we are in a war because of the fact that Donald Trump likes to just say, hey, there's a lot of fucking drugs coming from this country whenever he has some sort of interest there. So now that's, in my opinion, what has been happening. They've captured the president and his wife and brought them back to the U.S. to fight these trafficking charges for, all this drugs. But it just doesn't make any sense. Why would you pardon an ex-drug trafficker while trying to simultaneously lock down on a country who you're saying is having too much drugs come to our country? It just doesn't make sense. So they're backing out of the Epstein files thing, right? Because their whole political identity has been defunding the deep state and all of that, right? But now they have to completely change their whole political identity on that. And now the party of staying out of unnecessary wars and keeping our soldiers safe and out of just unnecessary conflict are now rooting for this whole situation that's going on when it had nothing specifically to do with the United States. So it's just really funny, you guys, because, Donald Trump's base literally are just so gullible that all he has to say is, oh yeah, drugs. And then everything that follows is justified because they don't have the logic to look any deeper than what is actually going on. This is all about money. This is all about oil, in my opinion. And this has nothing to do with the fact that Donald Trump wants to help anyone. Donald Trump doesn't care about anyone but himself, in my opinion.